Hi, everybody. My name is Douglas Comer. I'm president of the United States National Committee of the International Council on Monuments and Sites, which is known as ICOMOS-USA. Also, I'm president of our supporting organization, World Heritage USA. So I should start out by saying this is a 40th anniversary of our National Committee International Exchange Program, 40 years. And many of our participants have gone on and they're now occupying positions of really great importance, actually, and a lot of influence in the field. So I'm sure that many of you will be able to say the same in a year or two or a few years. It's been an amazing program. Really, I think everybody, speaking for myself and everybody on the board, I think it's absolutely our favorite program. So, and we want you to stay involved. I want to thank Caitlin, first of all, for a lot of work. It took a lot of work to pull this together. You know, first of all, to get the announcements out and review. We had lots and lots of really highly trained and well-qualified people. And so you are the creme de la creme of those really exceptional people that submitted applications to the program. You should be proud of yourself for crossing that bar. I want to also thank Ariana, who provides support and assistance for everything that we do, our Chief Operating Officer. Now, we really would value your continued participation in ICOMOS programs and also our National Committee programs. We would encourage you to begin by participating, joining your national committee from the countries in which you reside. Join your national committee, become involved with that. And, you know, some of you will become officers in those committees and it will facilitate communication with us and with the other national committees too. So please do that. If you don't have a national committee, I'll offer this. Let me know if you would like to be involved in establishing a national committee in your country. One of the things that we do is we establish sister relationships with groups that are forming national committees in their countries, and we also have long-standing sister relationships with other national committees that were established some years ago. Jordan is an example where we're in frequent contact and exchanging information and virtual tours and that sort of thing with Jordan. Also, I want to draw your attention to a couple of our programs. We have something called the Monuments Toolkit, which deals with controversial monuments associated with oppression. Of course, we have this in the United States. They're especially associated with our Civil War. They really perpetuate the prejudice against certain groups in this country. So that's one of our major thrusts right now, this monuments program. And what we found is, especially national committees in the Americas, we all live with this terrible legacy of shipping humans from Africa to the Americas and enslaving them. And this program is really focused on their self-liberation in many kinds of ways. So, and I would also say it's not just national committees in the Americas, but European powers that provided the vehicles and the means by which to transport people. So we're talking to the Netherlands, for example, working with them on this. We got the International Underground Railroad Network to Freedom, which is very closely associated with that. So if any of that piques your interest, get in touch with me, get in touch with Ariana, and we'll follow up. Okay, so I had the great pleasure of meeting you personally, many of you personally, at the beginning of your program in Washington D.C. and again to thank Caitlin and Ariana for arranging that. It was really a very wonderful event. So at this point, I'd just like to hear what you had to say. I'm just very curious about your experiences this summer. So welcome to the IEP class, the 40th IEP class of 2024. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you had to say.
Thank you, Doug. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2024 International Exchange Program closing ceremony. My name is Caitlin, and I'm the program coordinator here at ICOMOS-USA and World Heritage USA. On behalf of everyone at our organization, thank you so much for joining us to celebrate the hard work of this year's IEP cohort. For 40 years, this year is the 40th anniversary of the International Exchange Program. The goal of the program has been to connect young heritage professionals with hands-on training opportunities around the world and to encourage cross-cultural collaboration and the exchange of best practices. Over those 40 years, the IEP has placed over 700 interns at more than 130 heritage organizations worldwide, and these program alumni can now be found working at universities, sites, museums, in national or international heritage management, or in their own private practice. The IEP is our longest running program, and we look forward to this time each year when our interns return to tell us about their projects and their experiences abroad. And we're so happy that you've chosen to join us today. This group has just completed their summer internships where they spent the last few months engaged in preservation projects in the US, Australia, Lithuania, Kosovo, and India. As a field, cultural heritage is multidisciplinary and multicultural, just like this year's cohort. They represent 9 countries on 5 continents, and they have studied architecture, design, historic preservation, heritage management, conservation, civil engineering, and museum curation. But in addition to that, they're also teachers, archaeologists, ethnographers, writers, and photographers. Among an extremely competitive pool of applicants for this program, they stood out because of the creative ways they've combined heritage preservation with their unique interests. They immerse themselves in new cultures and new work environments throughout the summer, learning new skills and approaches to heritage from our amazing partner organizations. And through teamwork and cross-cultural collaboration, IEP interns and their host organizations made research discoveries, conserved historic places, created valuable preservation resources, and engaged with new audiences. The success of their efforts is a testament to the fact that heritage preservation thrives when we embrace different viewpoints and work together. Of course, everything you hear about today would not have been possible without our amazing partner organizations. During the IEP orientation in Washington, D.C., our local friends welcomed us into their offices, sites, and museums to introduce the group to heritage preservation and management in the United States and how we do things here. And our host organizations graciously opened their doors and welcomed young professionals onto their teams, providing mentorship and guidance throughout the summer, both in the US and abroad. Some of you are here today on the audience, so I'd like to take this moment to thank you for your hospitality and your hard work. The IEP wouldn't exist without you, and we're forever grateful for your partnership. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, on to the presentations.